Have you ever asked yourself this question? How do I guard my mind? Did you ever realize that your mind is being attacked every single day? I have this book here in my library. It's called The Three Battlegrounds. And one of the battles that we face every single day is in our minds. And I can't help but think that we're living in a time where more than ever, our minds are under assault. We live in a generation, in a society, in a culture that has access like never before to information 24/7, all on a small screen that we carry around with us in our pockets. There is a battle happening for our minds. I want to read you a couple of verses from Colossians, the book of Colossians. One of them is in Colossians chapter 2, verse 8. Paul says this, "See to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on human tradition and the basic principles of this world rather than on Christ." See to it that no one takes you captive through hollow and deceptive philosophy, which depends on human tradition and the basic principles of this world rather than on Christ. Here's what I'm thinking. If Paul had to warn the believers back then of being careful of being taken captive through empty philosophy, how much more do you and I in the age of the internet, where again we are just inundated repeatedly with information trying to change the way that we think. He goes on to say in Colossians chapter 3, verse 1, "Since then you have been raised with Christ. Set your hearts on things above, where Christ is seated at the right hand of God. Set your minds on things above, not earthly things." So in Colossians chapter 2, verse 8, he said there's two things that are happening. One is that the world is trying to take you captive through the basic principles of the world as opposed to Christ. And then he says it again. He says, set your mind on things above, not on earthly things. What I will tell you is that when we engage our minds for building up with the Word of God, we're changed. We're changed from the inside out. But when we're consumed and we don't have a gate, if you will, around our minds, we're in big trouble. And so in this quick video today, I want to encourage you to remember what Paul said in Colossians chapter 3, especially right now with all that's happening in the world. Set your minds on things above, not on earthly things. Here's the thing. When we learn to guard our minds, when we learn to guard our hearts, and we put up a filter so that earthly things or deceptive philosophy or human tradition comes at us, we're then equipped to win the battle because we have been built up on the Word of God. But if we let our guard down, if we let the gate down and we just let anything flood in without having a guard over our minds, guess what? What Paul says is that we'll be taken captive. I don't know about you, but I don't want to be taken captive to the deceptive philosophy and human tradition of our day. I want to set my mind on things above, things that are found in this book, and be renewed day by day. Again, if you like this video, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on Colossians chapter 2 and 3, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.